Hello, welcome to Amey Kadam's channel. In this lecture we will see designing of Butterworth high pass filter. So the specifications are given as follows. They are saying that cutoff frequency of the high pass filter should be 800 MHz. So above which the signal having frequency more than 800 MHz should pass. Another specification is the insertion loss of at least 15 decibel at 530 MHz. So using these three things we will determine the order of the filter, and then they are saying that the load and source impedance should be around 45 ohm. So I will proceed for this design. So the first part is we will list the data. So they are saying Butterworth filter. It is also known as a maximally flat response, as there is no variation in the pass band. So then the nature of the filter depending upon the frequency response, it is a high pass filter. Cutoff frequency, I will write FC is equal to 800 MHz, and they want attenuation, or you can say insertion loss, of around 15 decibel at F1, which is equal to 530 MHz. R0 they have mentioned, R0 is 45 ohm. So first let us determine the order of the filter. So order of the filter, now this is the high pass filter. So the formula is given as, it is n is equal to log to the base 10, 10 to the power a by 10 minus 1 divided by 2 log to the base 10, and here it will be FC by F1. Note down, this is the important point. Here it is FC by F1 if the filter is high pass filter. In case of low pass filter, this term will be F1 by FC. So we'll substitute the data over here. So it will be log to the base 10, 10 to the power a by 10. So this will become 1.5 minus 1 divided by 2 log to the base 10, and FC 800 and F1 530. This factor should be always greater than 1. So we'll calculate this thing. So log 10 to the power 1.5 minus 1 divided by 2 into logarithm of 800 by 530, which is equal to, so the order is coming around to 4.15. So we'll select the order as next highest integer of this one, so n is equal to 5. After this we have to determine the coefficients of the prototype low pass filter. Though we are designing high pass filter, we have to determine the coefficient for the prototype low pass filter. So they are nothing but the G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5. So the generalized formula to determine the coefficients for Butterworth filter is given as Gk is equal to 2 sine 2k minus 1 into pi by 2n, where this k is running from 1 to n. So in this case k will run from 1 to 5. So I have to calculate G1, G2, G3, G4 and G5. So let us calculate this thing. So I will type this formula over here. So 2 into sine, instead of k I will use variable a over here, minus 1. If your calculator is in degree mode, substitute pi as 180 degree divided by 2 into n, and n is nothing but 5. So after this press calculate, and we will substitute the value of k as 1 over here. So 1, so this come around to 0.6180. calculate for 2 and so on. So I will just note down these values. G3, so 2, then for 4 it will come around to 1.6180. Since the order is odd number, G1 will be equal to G5, G2 is equal to G4, and this will turn out to be 0.6180. Okay, now of course for high pass filter there are two solutions over here, so we'll see the solutions one by one. Now we are designing high pass filter, so solution 1 we'll see. Now in this case I will consider the first element in the first element is inductor and it is connected in shunt because this is a high pass filter. So the network will be like this. First I will have inductor, then capacitor in series arm, inductor, capacitor and inductor. So I will have L1, C2, L3, C4 and L5. Now we have to determine the values of these components from the given data. Now remember this is the high pass filter, so L1, this is the in parallel, so L1 will be these component values will be inversely proportional to the corresponding G's. So I will have L1 to determine C2, L3, C4 and L5. So here it will be inversely proportional to G1, C2 will be inversely proportional to G2, L3 will be inversely proportional to G3, C4 will be inversely proportional to G4 and L5 will be inversely proportional to G5. Now we have to apply the impedance scaling. So for impedance scaling is applied like this. For inductor it will be multiplication by R0, and you know for capacitor it will be division by R0. So I have applied this frequency scaling, impedance scaling, and now I have to apply the frequency scaling. So frequency scaling, you have to divide everywhere by omega c. Be careful, it is omega c, in the given data it is fc. So I have all the values of G1, G2, G3, G4. R0 they have mentioned as 45 ohm, and omega c will be 2 into pi into 800 megahertz. So I will show the calculation for the element and then I will just write down the component values for the other component. So here it will be R0 is 45 divided by G1 was 0.6180 into omega c, so 2 into pi into 800 mega, so 10 to the power 6. Be careful about these coefficients. So this is equal to, so it turns out to be 14.48 nanohenry. It is coming around with 1.448 10 to the power minus 8. So this will be written as 14.48 nanohenry. So we will substitute G2, R0 and omega c and we will calculate C2. C2 will turn out to be 2.732 picofarad. You can check this calculation. L3, it will come around to be 4.476 nanohenry. Now G2 is equal to G4, being the order of the filter as an odd. So here it will turn out to be 2.732 picofarad, and L5 will turn out to be 14.48 nanohenry. So I will complete the circuit. So here I will have the load resistance RL, which is equal to 45 ohm. Here I will connect the source resistance 45 ohm, and here there will be a source. So that is about the solution 1. In solution 1 I have considered the first element as inductor, but being a high pass filter this is connected in shunt. So now I will proceed for solution 2. In solution 2, I will consider the first element to be series element, and for high pass filter the first being a series element, this has to be a capacitor, and then I will have inductor, capacitor, inductor and capacitor. So in solution 2 I will have 3 capacitor and 2 inductors, while in case of solution 1 I have 3 inductors and 2 capacitors. So here I have to determine C1, C3, C5 and L2 and L4. So we have to determine their values. So first we will determine C1, L2, C3, L4 and C5. Again this is a high pass filter, so the capacitor values or the component values will be inversely proportional to their corresponding G's. So this will be proportional to 1 by G1, G2, G3, 1 by G4 and 1 by G5, inversely proportional to the corresponding G's. Now we have to apply the impedance scaling, and as you know, for capacitor impedance scaling is applied as division by R0, and for inductor it will be multiplication by R0. After this we have to go for frequency scaling, and for frequency scaling we have to divide this by omega c. Every component value will be get determined by division by omega c. This is quite simple. In high pass filter, remember this thing, that the component values are inversely proportional to their corresponding G's. While in case of low pass filter we have seen that the component values are directly proportional to their corresponding G's. The impedance scaling in both the cases, whether the filter is low pass or high pass, we have to always divide by R0 in case of capacitor, and we have to multiply by R0 for inductor. So we'll calculate these values. So just I will show the calculation of the first element. So it will be 1 upon G1, so 1 divided by, and everything I have to put in bracket, G1 0.6180 into R0 45 into omega C2 into pi into 800 mega 10 to the power 6. So this turns out to be 7.15 into 10 to the power minus 12. So we'll write down the answer, 7.154 picofarad. So C1 will be equal to C5, 7.154 picofarad. So similarly you can calculate L2, it turns out to be 5.533 nanohenry. Same case for L4, and C3 turns out to be 2.21 picofarad. So I'll complete the design of this filter. So here I have to connect the load resistor 45 ohm, source resistance 45 ohm, and here there will be a source voltage Vs. So this is about a high pass filter. There are two solutions. In first case I can consider the element in parallel, and high pass filter the parallel element will be inductor. Why? Because inductor allows low frequencies to pass, so any low frequency component is there, it will get passed to ground, it will not get passed to port 2. And capacitor blocks DC, so any low frequency component will get blocked even by this capacitor, and high frequency component will get passed through capacitor and it will not get grounded through inductor. So in the next lecture we will see one more example on Butterworth high pass filter. Thank you.